All right, we're back. Zach Attack, how's it going out there?
Good, man. Been a while. How you been?
Knocking off the dust, man. It feels like it's been a while since we've done this.
I know, a little break for the holiday. Back at it.
Yeah, sometimes a break is good. You get to kind of refresh and have a clear mind, and then attack the rest of the year going into the new year. So happy to have had enough time to relax and to kind of I guess feel and express gratitude with my loved ones about the year and how things have gone. So happy to get back in the saddle though on the I Love Annuities podcast so that we can continue to deliver on our mission, which is bringing more transparency and education to retirees and pre-retirees on ultimately how to identify and evaluate annuities for their situation, but also to bring and shed light on other retirement related topics and things that are really important for people to know.
Yeah, and I think really we try to focus, especially with the other series that we're doing, right? So we've got the annuity researchers. Now we've got MIGA Minutes. It's just launched. We try to focus in on how can annuities help optimize the plan overall with what we're doing here. Obviously, we branch out and talk more about annuities in other series that we do, but this allows us to focus in on, okay, what other ways can annuities be utilized to be advantageous for somebody?
Exactly right. So that'll really lead us into our next episode, which is titled Medicare Advantage Meltdown: What 1 Million Seniors Need to Know Before December 7th. So this is right on the horizon here, a potential issue regarding Medicare Advantage. Let's go ahead and kick this off. So over 1 million seniors are about to lose their Medicare Advantage coverage on January 1st, 2026. UnitedHealthcare is dropping approximately 600,000 members. Humana is cutting around 550,000. And this is the first time in 15 years that Medicare Advantage enrollment is actually going down. If you're on Medicare Advantage right now, you need to watch and listen to this entire podcast, because you have ultimately until December 7th to make a decision that could cost you thousands.
Yeah. So really what's happening, right? So let's just break down exactly what's going on here, because this isn't just another boring insurance update. Rates are changing, whatever it might be. This is a massive shift that's going to impact retirees across America.
And here's the big picture. Roughly 1 million Medicare Advantage members are losing their coverage next year. And that equates to about 2% of all enrollees. UnitedHealthcare alone is cutting 600,000 members. Again, Humana trimming another 550,000. And a lot of the even smaller regional carriers are pulling entire plans out of certain counties and states.
Yeah, and really coming down to it, it's not just the insurers. Major hospitals, we're talking major, like Mayo Clinic level, are dropping Medicare Advantage plans because they can't agree on payment rates. So retirees are getting squeezed from both sides. I mean, listen, this has happened before with cable. You have that happen on your end. It's like they decide that they don't want to put ESPN on or something. It's like, well, that sucks, but this is totally different. We're talking about somebody's life here.
I actually just went through that. You must be talking about YouTube TV.
Yeah.
I'm actually canceling them now because of that whole debacle, even though they brought ESPN back.
Yeah.
Just just to the point that I was without it for like 2 or 3 weeks during college football season.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? Screw them. Like, I'm cutting the cord or whatever, and I'll find someone else. Plus, they continue to raise the price. The original purpose of YouTube TV was to have a better price, but now they're just as expensive as everyone else. So, anyways, so really looking at this Medicare Advantage situation, really what makes this historic is that for the first time in 15 years, overall Medicare Advantage enrollment is declining. We're dropping from 50% of all Medicare beneficiaries down to around 48%. And it's a huge reversal. And ultimately, it signals a bigger storm brewing under the surface.
Right. So why is this happening? Why are these massive companies walking away from what's been really a cash cow for years?
It's really going to come down to four big reasons here. And the first one's a real doozy: the reimbursement rate cuts. The government, through CMS, is reducing how much they pay insurers for each Medicare Advantage member. Payments are expected to drop roughly 20% from 2023 levels by next year, 2026.
Yeah, that's huge. So think about that. So if our paycheck dropped 20%, you start trimming expenses too, right? So these insurers are doing the exact same thing. They're cutting unprofitable plans and narrowing their networks.
It's always about the money, right, Zach? Like
Yep.
if the dollars don't add up, it doesn't make sense.
That's it.
So number two would be the post-pandemic healthcare costs. Seniors delayed surgeries and checkups during COVID, and now everyone's catching up at once. That's driven costs through the roof, especially for chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and even joint replacements.
Yeah. And then the third reason is regulatory pressure. So the government's been cracking down on misleading marketing, unrealistic benefit ads, and requiring more audits. So this means higher compliance costs. So in addition to that, also means that it puts Walter Brimley out of a job and doing all these commercials for diabetes. I don't know. Is he still alive?
Honestly, I don't even know who the heck that is, man.
He's got the big mustache. Come on, you know it if you saw
him. Probably if I saw him. Oh wait, I do know the deep voice. Does he have like a super deep voice? Yeah, I know who I do know who you're talking about. Just because of the mustache, he looks like Yosemite Sam almost.
Yeah, a bald one. Yeah.
And for the final reason here, it's profitability. Again, always about the money over growth. For the last decade, it was all about signing up as many members as possible. Now, Wall Street's telling these companies, hey, it's time to cut the fat, focus on profitable enrollees, not just headcount. So really, because of these aforementioned reasons, the math just doesn't work anymore. Less money coming in from CMS, more money going out for care. Something ultimately had to give.
Right. So what should we do? All right. So if you're one of these millions of people who may be getting dropped, or if you're worried about your plans and what may happen next, let's actually walk through these options.
So let's look at option one, right? Is to switch to another Medicare Advantage plan. You can either you can stay on Medicare Advantage by enrolling in a different plan during open enrollment, which is, taking place right now up until December 7th.
And what are the pros? So you might find something with similar benefits or even lower premiums. In all consideration, the cons, your doctors might not be in network anymore. So you may struggle to find those doctors in network, or maybe lose yours. Your drugs may not be covered. And let's be honest, there's no guarantee that the plan won't disappear next year as well.
Yeah, that's for sure. Option number two is going to be to switch to original Medicare and Medigap in combination. So that's the big one. If you're losing your Medicare Advantage plan, you get what's called a guaranteed issue period for Medigap. And that means insurance companies can't deny you or jack up your rates because of pre-existing conditions.
And that's rare because normally Medigap plans can underwrite you based on health history. This might be your one chance actually to make that switch.
Right. With original Medicare plus a Medigap supplement, you can see almost any doctor or hospital in the country. It's stable, predictable, and accepted nearly everywhere. The downside is higher monthly premiums, usually around $150 to $300, and you'll need a separate Part D drug plan. So now we're starting to talk about higher cost and maybe a bit more complexities because you have to have these Part D and so on. They're bolt-ons, really.
Right, right. And a consideration that somebody may not be aware of is Medicare MSA plan. So that's the kind of healthcare savings account for retirees. That might be a consideration.
Yeah, so similar to the HSA account, it's a high deductible plan paired with a savings account funded by Medicare. You don't pay premiums, but you cover expenses until you hit your deductible. It's best for healthy retirees with a financial cushion.
Right. So what's the bottom line here? Bottom line is don't wait, review your plan options, confirm your doctors are covered, and if you're making a move, make sure you do it prior to that deadline of December 7th.
So here's the real question, right? Is why are the annuity dudes, Zach and Jeremiah, talking about Medicare? Well, because this isn't just about healthcare. It's ultimately about retirement income. I always talk to our clients and prospective clients that, in retirement, income is king, because income is what addresses all of these types of situations where, things are changing in the future. Retirement is dynamic, no different than when you were in your working years and things changed and, inflation happened and the cost of doing business went up or what have you. Like, there's always going to be the next thing. But as long as you have sufficient retirement income, preferably from guaranteed sources, then when these changes come down the pike, they're easier to stomach and they're easier to adapt to.
Yeah. And I mean, how often do we talk about this? Think about it when we're putting together an annuity for somebody and trying to find the right fit, if an annuity is the right fit. I mean, 9 times out of 10, there's a conversation around IRMA or Medicare and how they're affected or how taxes are affected. I mean, I can tell you the number of times I've had those conversations. It's constant. But that being said, as Medicare costs rise, premiums, supplements, out-of-pocket expenses puts more pressure on that fixed income.
Exactly. And that's really where annuities come in, is they create that guaranteed income stream that can help cover these unpredictable healthcare costs. It's steady, it's protected, and it can even help manage IRMA penalties, those income-based Medicare surcharges, really by controlling your taxable income.
Yeah, and simply put, Medicare affects your money. So annuities protect your money. They go hand in hand ultimately.
And that's where it comes down to working with someone that can fully understand your situation and truly help you understand the best path forward to, mitigate these potential risks and ultimately ensure that you have a foundation of stable, predictable, guaranteed income that you'll never outlive as a foundation to your overall retirement. And that's really what annuities do, is optimize the plan, optimize your peace of mind, and optimize that everything that may come down the pike in the future, we have a plan for. And the optimization of that, of mitigating those risks, I think is really key. So if that's something that resonates with you and you're tired of just having to, pinch pennies because you don't have enough guaranteed income, maybe you only rely on Social Security right now. Maybe you are blessed to have a pension, but it's still not enough. And you're looking for a better way to address all of these types of scenarios and do so with a plan that allows you the peace of mind as you age and as you enter this retirement phase that, no matter what comes down the pike, I keep saying that, right? The pike, no matter what comes down that path, you are covered. Your future is certain. Your lifestyle is sustained out into the future. So if that's what you're looking for, we'd be happy to help. There's many ways to get in touch with us. The best way would be in the link of the show notes here, there will be a link to click on to schedule a free annuity discovery Zoom meeting with Zach or myself or a member of our team so that we can help understand your situation. And then more importantly, really open and unveil the curtain, right, to the annuity marketplace and teach you a framework to evaluate these products side by side so that you can make an informed decision on which one is right for you. And that's really what we specialize in. So, you want to touch on anything there, Zach?
I just want to add, when you had mentioned, things that may come down the pike and how somebody may be affected, big picture, what that would be, right? So somebody has money in the market. They have concerns around where the market may go and little influences. Like I mentioned before, a random social media post can change the market within a day, right? So if somebody wants that security and knowing exactly what to expect every month, or if that's just safe market growth that somebody can take from as needed, again, knowing exactly what to expect from that, that's where the annuity fit may be. But no, I think we touched on everything pretty well here.
Yeah, maybe you're not even really looking at a lifetime income play. Maybe you just want to be able to generate a bit more safe growth that then you could supplement your current income streams in retirement to address these potential increases in cost due to this Medicare Advantage situation. There's annuities for that. You don't have to just get an income annuity. You can get one that provides safe growth, like Zach said, gives you the ability to take a withdrawal each year to supplement your current income, and you're just living off that principal that's in that annuity, and eating the interest, if you will, that it's producing.
Right.
So with that being said, we'd love the opportunity to earn your business, and we hope that we'll hear from you soon. But if not, we wish everybody out there happy holidays, happy what is it, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in for another episode of the I Love Annuities podcast. This is Jeremiah Conger.
And Zach Van Ness. And I want to add real quick, Chris is going to be, you remember Chris? Chris is going to be real pissed if we don't hit our note on the annuity dudes.
Oh, what note? Just saying the annuity dudes?
We know we got to match. Yeah, we got to match up.
Oh, like in parody?
Yeah.
All right. And we are
The
Annuity dudes. You're always lagging on that, dude. Everybody have a great day. Take care of one another. Thanks so much.